Hello friends, now we start our first chapter, unit first, vectors. In this chapter we see the scalars, vectors, 0 equal opposite vectors, composition of two vectors, law of parallelogram, law of triangle, parallel and anti-parallel vectors. So these are the different parts which we see in this our first unit vector, and in this first part, this is our first part of video. So scalars and vectors, scalars and vectors. So what is the meaning of scalar? A scalar is a quantity has only magnitude, means scalar is the quantity which can be expressed by only magnitude. So what is the magnitude? Magnitude means one number. Suppose if we measure the length of this pen, suppose this is the pen, and if we want to measure the length of this pen, so the length of the pen is 10 centimeter. So the length of the pen is 10 centimeter, means 10 is the magnitude and centimeter is the unit may be different. If we consider that a table, the length of the table is 1 meter. If you consider the distance from Dharangaon to Jalgaon, it may be 35 kilometers. So this length may be unit may be changed, but the quantity is the number is known as magnitude, and therefore such type of a scalar quantity has only magnitude. A vector quantity has both magnitude and direction. Suppose if we consider any vector quantity, that vector quantity is have own magnitude as well as direction. Means magnitude and direction, these both things are required for a vector quantity. So which are the scalar quantities and which are the vector quantities, we see in our this next PPT. A scalar quantity: length, area, volume, speed, mass, density, pressure, temperature, energy, entropy, work, power, time. All these are the scalar quantities. Vector quantities: displacement, direction, velocity, acceleration, momentum, force, lift, drag, thrust, weight. All these are the vector quantities. So all out of these scalar quantities and vector quantities, few quantities we use in our daily life. Means length, just now we see the length of a pen, we have seen it. Area of a room, we know it. Volume, when we take any liquid substance, we should measure its volume, we say that 1 liter, milliliter, like this. Speed, when we travel from one place to another place, we, depending upon time, we say that what is the speed of the vehicle. It may be 50 kilometer, it may be 60, it may be 80, or if the highway is there, then we can move with the help of 100 kilometer per hour, or 120 kilometer per hour, or 90, depends upon each and every person. Mass of a sugar, we say that if we want to bring a sugar from shop, we say that give me 2 kg of sugar. So mass 2 kg, 2 is the quantity which is required, and kg is the unit. So like this, these are the different scalar quantities which we use in our day-to-day life. Similarly, the another vector quantities for which we require magnitude as well as direction. So here the velocity is shown and arrow is shown, that's indicate that the direction. Now suppose first quantity, vector quantity, is displacement. Now suppose one of my friend is at Dharangaon. Now he want to go a 10 kilometer from Dharangaon, and suppose anyone say that he is moving, he is go 10 kilometer away from Dharangaon. So for the exact place of that my friend, we should require direction. Suppose if it is moving in east direction, if it is moving in east direction, then we say that it will move to Pimpri. If it is moving in south direction, it may be moved towards Arundel. So for a displacement, we required a magnitude as well as direction. In velocity, acceleration, all for these quantities we should require magnitude as well as direction. Without magnitude and without direction we can't express a vector quantity. So for vector quantity we should require magnitude as well as direction, and for scalar only magnitude. With the help of only magnitude we can express it. A vector component and unit vector. If vector r in a Cartesian coordinate system may be represented by r is equal to rx, ry and rz. Rx is the component of vector r in x direction, ry is the component of r in y direction, and rz is the component of r in z direction. Similarly, we can write the vector in this form also: r equal to rx ax plus ry ay plus rz az, where rx is the magnitude of vector r in x direction, where ax is the unit vector, means the direction of that component along x axis. ry ay is the is the component of vector r in r direction, magnitude of r in r y axis. Similarly, rz is the magnitude along z axis. A vector component and unit vector. Each component vector has magnitude which depend on their given vector, and they have known as constant direction. A unit vector along R is defined as a vector whose magnitude is unity and directed along a coordinate axis in the direction of the increasing coordinate value. Unit vector in the direction R is AR equal to vector R upon its magnitude, that is under root Rx square plus Ry square plus Rz square. So we say that unit vector AR is nothing but vector R upon mod R, that is the magnitude of R. In this way we can express the vector vector A. Composition of two vectors. Now suppose two vectors are given, then the resultant vector we can find by using if we know the direction and magnitude of that two vectors. Suppose the process of finding the resultant of two or more vector is called composition of vector. Means if two or more vectors are given, then the resultant vector is nothing but the composition of that two vectors. The addition of two or more vectors of the same type give rise to a single vector. That single vector is known as resultant vector. The resultant is the sum or the combined effect of two vectors. It may be sum, it may be subtraction, or it may be if in another direction. So the result may be another one. Means it is may be different. So we say that it may be resultants. It may be resultant. It may be addition, subtraction, or any different way also. The two vectors along the same direction or opposite direction can be added or subtracted just by addition or subtraction of magnitude as follows. Vectors in the same direction. If two vectors are in the same direction, suppose we consider a vector term force. Now here we consider the two vectors in the same direction having different magnitude. The resultant vector, if two vectors are in the same direction, the resultant also in the same direction, because this one vector is and this two another vector both are in the same direction. Therefore the direction of the resultant vector is also the same direction. Now here we consider that the first vector having force 6 Newton, second vector having force 4 Newton. Therefore by simple addition 6 plus 4 you will get the next resultant vector, that is 10 Newton. So 10 is the magnitude, that is 6 plus 4, and direction is also same just like the direction of the two vectors. Now we consider one another quantity, that is length. So the same thing will happen in length also. Here we consider that one vector having magnitude 8 meter. Now we consider another vector having the same direction. Therefore the red arrow indicate that the resultant vector is also in the same direction. So here we consider the another vector 3 meter, 8 meter and 3 meter. These two vectors are in the same direction. Therefore, the resultant direction of the resultant vector is also same, and it is nothing but the addition of these two vectors, that is 8 plus 3, so it is 11 meter. Two vectors in opposite direction. Now what happen if the two vectors are in opposite direction? Means one vector is in left to right direction, another one is from right to left direction. Now here we consider that one vector is from moving from left to right, this another vector is moving from right to left. So the resultant vector is the direct vector sum of these two vectors. So this vector is larger vector, its magnitude is larger, therefore the resultant direction of the resultant vector is also same as the larger vector. Now here we consider that the first vector is having velocity 7 per meter per second. Second vector is having value 12 meter per second. So by simple subtraction, 12 minus 7, 5 meter per second is the magnitude, and its direction is same as that of the direction of the larger vector. So the direction of the larger vector is from left to right to left. Similarly, the direction of the resultant vector is also from left to right. The arrowhead indicate the direction of the resultant vector. Now we take another example, force. Here, if we consider this is the center point, from center one vector is moving towards the left side, another vector is moving towards the right side. So these two vectors are also in opposite direction, and these two vectors are also in opposite direction. Now therefore the resultant vector is different. To get this value we should subtract the numbers. So one vector is 9 Newton, another force is 15 Newton. So 15 minus 9 makes 6 Newton is the resultant force, and the direction of the resultant force is same as the direction of the larger force. The 15 Newton is the larger force, its direction is from left to right, so that here the direction of the resultant force is also from left to right, and its value is 6 Newton, means magnitude is 6. Zero vectors, a vector which has a zero magnitude and a particular direction is called zero vector or null vector. So here by arrow we show that one vector, but if its magnitude is 0, then such type of vector is known as zero vector. It is shown by simple dot. So by simple dot we show the zero vectors. Equal vectors, if two vectors have the same length and the same direction, they are equal. Here we say that vector B and vector C are same magnitude and same direction, means length is same, means magnitude is same, and same direction. The direction of these both vectors are same. The vectors B and vector C are equal, therefore B equal to C.